There you go.
Okay, this is the 2012 Chevrolet Bolt that we're looking at here. Very sophisticated car, and this is what you want to get across to your customer is this is a totally electric vehicle with extended range. Okay, it's a little different than what the Prius is a hybrid vehicle. This is not a hybrid, it's a totally electric vehicle. Okay, and right here is where you plug into the vehicle. If you notice that little door there, that opens up. Every vehicle comes standard with a plug-in. There's your plug-in right here. Now this plug-in here conveniently mounts right onto the wall in your garage. Okay, runs off of 110 volts. Okay, you can opt out to get a 240 volt voltage plug-in. This one here just conveniently plugs right into there. Takes about 8 to 10 hours to charge completely. If you opt out and go to the 240, it takes about 4 hours. There is a cost involved when you opt out and go to the 240. SPX is the company that you go through, and for approximately $749, you can opt out, and this plugs into a 240 outlet like your dryer would. Okay, and this is one of the most popular options or accessories that's selling right now for the Volt. Okay, now let's move around to the front of the vehicle. You can see underneath here they use a 1.4 cylinder engine. Okay, this vehicle, when you get to about 50 miles, I've heard some people getting a little bit over 50 miles on the electric part of it itself. Once you deplete that battery, the engine turns on and it charges the ion battery in there. Okay, so you can get approximately about 360 miles total before you have to stop, put more gas in, and keep driving the vehicle. Unlike a total electric Nissan Leaf, you can go maybe 100 miles, but once you run out of juice, you're done. Okay, you have to stop and charge that battery for about 8 hours to keep going. This one, you can, as long as you keep putting gas in it, you can go all the way to California, okay, and never stop. Okay. One thing you want to look at when you show your customers, it's a 4-door with a hatchback, 4 passenger. If you look at the center console, it actually goes all the way through to the back seat. Only 2 seats in the back for this car. The reason why that is because that battery runs all the way through the middle and kind of tees out in the back. It's a lithium-ion battery, unlike the Toyota Prius that uses a nickel hydride that's kind of, those aren't as good. Okay? That battery weighs about 400 pounds, stands about 6 feet tall. Okay? What they like about this car here with the battery situation is it's heated and it's cooled. So it's always at the temperature of optimum performance. Okay? So as the car is sitting outside in 20 below, you've got plenty of electric power in this car to keep this thing heated. Okay? You can use a remote start. So if the car's sitting outside, you can precondition the car. It'll work just like any other car. It'll heat up, it'll run. You get in the car, it's nice and comfortable. Okay? But again, the primary thing you want to tell everybody, it's an electric car. That engine does not do anything to propel the car. Okay? We'll come back into the back here if you want to take a peek back here. Plenty of storage. It's got about a little over 10 cubic feet of room back here. You have a door back here. Some customers might be interested in the safety of this vehicle. It's going to be one of the highest safety crash rating cars on the road. It does have a mark back here for, say, if this car got in a wreck and they used the jaws of life and they wanted to make sure that there wasn't any current going through this car. Obviously a big concern for first responders. There's an area right there that they can just reach in there and cut that, and it's done. No juice going to the car. Okay? So that's very important for the customer to know that they're safe driving this car, and all the emergency departments will have that information. Okay? All cars that are 2012 were tweaked a little bit. 2011, the Smart Start keyless entry was not standard. It is standard in the 2012, which you have a touchpad at each door and in the back here. So as long as you have this on your person or in your purse, you can reach down and unlock, close, lock all the doors if you like, just by a touchpad on each handle. Okay? Coming up to the front of the car, you can see the sleek design, the rake of the windshield. Every bolt is going to have this roof on it. It's a black roof. No matter what color the body is, you're going to have a black roof. Okay? It is tubbed out on the bottom. And then with this car, you're going to find a lot of similarities to the Sonic. If you look at the steering wheel, looks like a Sonic steering wheel. Look at the buttons on the steering wheel. Looks the same. Tires, what kind of tire does the Sonic use, or the Cruise? Ultra low resistant wheel and tire. Okay, same as the Sonic. Same engine as the Sonic. They use the same technology underneath the vehicle to tub it out like a Toyota Prius, same as the Cruise. For low, so no air gets any drag underneath the car. Okay. If you look at the front, also you've got park assist front and back, okay, which you can turn on, turn off, which is nice. You've got stability control, traction control, all works the same way as the cars you're selling right now. So it has a lot of nice features to it. Also, if you have a customer, let's say lives in a rural area, and they're concerned about, well, I've got off-peak pricing on my electric usage. You can get into this vehicle and program it. Let's say they opted out and went to the 240 volt charging system. You can program this car to maybe only charge from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to take advantage of those lower electric prices. Or you can just leave it in the mode it's in, plug it in, and immediately start charging. What's nice about this car also is you got two LCD screens. They're both 7-inch. As soon as you open the door on this vehicle, when you enter the vehicle, it gives you information right on the dash. Tells you what your battery state is. So immediately you know where you're going to be at with your battery usage, how much charge you got in that battery. So when you get into the car, you can utilize that. But remember, as long as you got gas in the vehicle, you can go as long as you want. It takes premium gas, and the reason for that is, let's just say you lived maybe less than 20 miles from work. You could go back and forth from work and never use any gas as long as you plug in your car every night. If that was the case, that gas in that gas tank, which is about 9 gallons, is going to start getting old. So everybody knows when you're at home and you put gas in your lawnmower, you might be letting it sit for 6 months, what kind of gas you want to put in there. Premium gas. So that's the reason why you put premium gas in this vehicle. If you're a person that drives like that and hardly uses gas, this does go through a mode about every 3 months, and it pops up on your LCD screen and your energy screen that tells you, hey, we have to go through a trial time for your engine to run, because it has to run once in a while. So it's going to ask you if you want to do that or not. You can say yes or no. Most of the time people are just going to say yes, and it's going to go through that system and run through. Okay? This one here is all loaded up. It's about $40,000. Remember to tell your customer you could be able to receive a $7,500 tax credit. Okay, but check with your sales consultant. I think it's a beautiful vehicle. It's a game changer. I think we're going to blow Toyota out of the water with this vehicle. And just don't be afraid. Don't walk around it. Thank you.
Let's hear for Tom.
Where you going, Tommy? That was awesome.
Tommy,
Good job.
Tommy.